Hello, football fans. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. That's what I dined on. Scrumptious, isn't it? But yeah, it was a great holiday full of wonderful food. And but before I got my fill of that luscious food, I got my fill of some good football. So here's what took place during Thanksgiving and Black Friday in the NFL. It's over, Chicago. He can't hurt you anymore. Well, the Thanksgiving crop began with Bears and Lions, a nice NFC North matchup. Now, I wasn't holding my breath for the Bears to do anything. Emphasis on wasn't. But somehow this game ended up closer than I thought, to the point where the Bears actually possibly had a chance to steal it. Yeah, it was a 3-point game. I think they stopped them. They stopped the Lions to get another chance, but they had to start for their own like one, but they still managed to get like the field goal range. They got closer than they did 2 games ago against the Packers. Here's the thing though. They went backwards via penalty and they got sacked. And here's the crazy thing. There was about 30 some seconds left when Caleb got up and was Caleb got up and was ready to go. By the time the ball was thrown, there were 6 seconds left. I mean, what the flying hell? So yeah. So the pass was thrown, it was incomplete, and the Bears lost. All because Matt Eberflus didn't call the one timeout he had left. So he could take it with him in the unemployment line because the Bears did something they hadn't done in their entire 105-year history. They fired the head coach in season. They had never done that before. And the team's been around barely longer than the team's owner, Virginia Hallis McCaskey. And yes, it's that Hallis, George's father. And she'll turn 102 in January. So it's crazy what's happening. And the Bears blew another chance, and Detroit got another big win, and now they're 11-1. So Dallas finally won a home game. They beat the Giants in on Turkey Day, the second game of the 3-game Thanksgiving set. And now Micah Parsons is channeling his inner Jim Carrey from Dumb and Dumber. So you're telling me there's a chance? They're 5-7 now. There's too many teams ahead of them, but crazy things have happened in football. But I can't see Dallas making it. But at least the home losing streak is over. This is the first time they've won at home since December 30th, 2023. That infamous game in the Lions. We all remember that. And as for the Giants, with the loss, they became the first team to be eliminated from playoff contention. Quite disappointing considering 2 years ago they were actually in the playoffs and in the divisional playoff. Yeah, and it's just a mess. They've been falling off. They let Saquon go and they let Xavier McKinney go, and it took them until about a week or so ago for them to realize they paid too much money for Daniel Jones, so they cut him too. But yeah, it's gonna be a while before things get right with the Giants. At the moment, they're actually in position to draft number one, something they haven't done in 60 years. But yeah, so Dallas got their win, and we'll see what happens with them later on. The last game of the Thanksgiving set saw the Packers defeat the Miami Dolphins. This is the second straight year that the Packers played on Thanksgiving. This time we were at home on the primetime game, and it was another dominant win. We don't usually get a lot of dominant wins, but we get more of them than another team I'm about to mention. But yeah, we just didn't look back against the Dolphins, who are now in big trouble. Well, they're in big trouble anyway. So yeah, the Packers won on Thanksgiving. You know what that means? That's right, folks. Jordan Love finally got his turkey leg. He should have had two. One for that game and the one he should have got last year for beating the Lions in Detroit. It's just criminal that he didn't get one last year, but he got one this year. Congrats, Jordan. Well deserved. Oh boy. So we really should be focusing on the fact that Kansas City Chiefs became the first team to clinch a playoff spot this season. Now, I know Kansas City, they were back-to-back defending champions, and so, but it's not really that big a deal. But the first team to get in, that's something. It would have been better had they actually, I don't know, didn't blow a lead and had to resort to chicanery and blind luck to win again. They keep doing this. They keep doing this. They've been doing this whole year. They play down to the competition. A lot of times they start late. They play against teams they should be killing, yet they pull out some black magic and they somehow win by the literal skin of their teeth. They did it again on Friday against a Raiders team that had only 2 wins. And so how they win this one? The Raiders were in field goal range, but it wasn't a block kick this time. It was a bad snap, a fumble that they didn't until after the play was dead, and that's it. The Chiefs are 11-1, but they really should be 5-7. I mean, they're in the playoffs, whoop-de-doo, but they're gonna get killed in the playoffs. They are. They can't keep winning like this. What's that line? You know the line. They can't keep getting away with this. They can't. They can't. They have barely won games they should be dominating. They have almost lost games to teams that other teams would blow out. But the sad part is, because it's the Chiefs, talking heads will say, well, they're a championship team. They win championship teams win games like that. And they'll basically order us to respect the Chiefs as a dominant championship team. I guarantee you, if any other team won games like this constantly, especially if those teams were the Ravens and Packers, if any other team won games like this, they would be skewered and called frauds. But because it's the Chiefs, we have to bend the knee to them. I'm telling you, February 9th, 2025, we're not going to see these guys. Because they're going to because you're in the playoffs, you're playing against heavyweights. And one of those heavyweights is really going to knock them down and they won't get out of it. So yeah, I'm calling it here. I may have egg on my face for my Bills take, okay? But this, I guarantee, is going to come true. February 9th, 2025, only way these guys are going to be in Super Bowl is that they buy a ticket. Plain and simple. As a result of Thursday's and Friday's action, here are the updated scenarios. Detroit won, so they still have 6 ways to get in, and all of them involve San Francisco losing, and it's a mix of everything. I won't try to go over all of it, but there it is for you to look at. So Detroit still has 6 ways to get in that involve a lot of help. As for the Bills, they only have the one way to get in. Like I said, I was wrong about the Bills take, and I will admit that I was wrong about the Bills take. I said they would miss the playoffs, and now all they have to do to win the division again is beat the Niners on Sunday Night Football. That's it. That's all. And of course, Kansas City scenario was completed. They're already in. So these are the updated scenarios, and that is my recap. And that is my recap of the Thanksgiving and Black Friday games. If you like this video, click the like button if you're on YouTube. Click subscribe if you want more. If you're on TikTok, feel free to hit that follow button. If you want to check out my vocal story on the Thanksgiving and Black Friday games, on the link up above. Check it out where you can. And I'll be back in a few days to recap the rest of week 13. So stay tuned.